There is no such thing as an anti-inflammatory diet. Now, I know that sounds crazy because everybody out there is saying you have to go anti-inflammatory, you have to do AIP or carnivore or this or that. And I know that's frustrating, but bear with me because I'm going to explain what is going to work for you and what doesn't. I'm going to show you why most anti-inflammatory diets fail. And more importantly, what actually works for you. Here's what the research actually shows. There is no single diet consistently across the board that reduces inflammation in all people. Not the AIP, not Mediterranean, not paleo, not carnivore, not vegan. None of them. So if you've tried every protocol and you're still flaring up, it's not because you failed. It's because you've been chasing the wrong thing. The real secret isn't actually what you eat. It's how your body feels when you are eating. So why don't anti-inflammatory diets work? Here's what most nutrition studies and health experts miss. There's no single diet that works for everyone because they leave out the most important variable, nervous system state. So when you eat while stressed, rushed, or anxious, or guilty, your digestive system literally shuts down. Blood flow is redirected away from your gut. Stomach acid production drops, and your intestinal lining becomes more permeable, which means that food products are moving in and out of your bloodstream from your gut. And that's why you can follow an AIP diet perfectly and still wake up inflamed. Stress hormones like cortisol create more inflammation than any food ever could. And this is the part that most women don't know. When you're sitting at dinner, obsessing over ingredients, reading labels, worrying about having a flare-up because you don't know if you should be eating this or should be eating that, that anxiety is doing way more damage than the actual food because your body cannot heal when it doesn't feel safe. I've helped clients heal autoimmune symptoms like rashes, IBS, bloating, and skin issues. And the best part of it is they're eventually able to eat foods they love, like bread and ice cream and nuts, without triggering flare-up. Because when I work with my clients, the focus isn't just on food. It's on their nervous system state. Because your nervous system has been stuck in survival mode for a very long time. And almost every woman I work with has been the strong one her whole life. If you've been the one that takes care of everyone else, pushed through exhaustion, and swallowed emotions, and said you're fine when you were actually falling apart, your nervous system records all of that. And every deadline you pushed through, every time you said yes when you meant no, every time you ignored your body's signals, your nervous system learned one thing: this world is not safe. So your body never gets the signal that it's safe to eat and digest. So this is where autoimmune conditions actually come from. Not food, but a nervous system state that's been stuck in protection mode for years. Your immune system just got confused and it can't tell the difference between a real threat and a remembered one. So until you teach your nervous system that it's safe now in this moment, your body will keep creating inflammation as protection. So let's pause for a moment before I share with you what to eat and how to eat for your nervous system to heal. So if you've been the strong one your whole life and you're pushing through survival mode, I want you to hear this. It's okay to get support. You don't have to be the strong one all the time, and you don't have to figure this out all alone. And besides, if you could, you would have already. So this is why I offer a free energy activation call only for women who are 100% committed to healing. On this call, we'll look at what your body has been trying to tell you, and we'll map out the first steps to help you feel safe again. This is your permission slip to finally put yourself first. Now, this is only for you if you've tried everything, you know that you're capable of healing, you just haven't found the right path for you. So the link is in the description below. How do you actually eat in a way that heals your body? Before you think about what's on your plate, ask yourself first, how does my body feel right now? I want to walk you through the 5 simple steps to eat in a way that supports healing through nervous system regulation. So first, take a pause before eating. Take 3 slow breaths. This activates your rest and digest mode because otherwise you'll likely be carrying the stress from the previous moments earlier in your day into your meal. And so that fight or flight mode is going to block your digestion. Second, create a calm environment. Sit down with your meal, put your phone away. Even small changes like that tell your nervous system, okay, let's prioritize eating. There's no distractions. I'm going to simply enjoy my meal because there's no emergency. Number 3, bless your food with gratitude. Now, this isn't just spiritual, saying grace before dinner. It's actually neurological and energetic. Gratitude shifts your nervous system out of fear. Our state of being has an energy. So if you're anxious, that's a vibe. If you're grateful, that's another vibe. Gratitude just helps transmit that energy to your food so that even if what's on your food isn't perfect, you have a much higher chance of absorbing your nutrients from your plate of food if you express your gratitude before eating. I always make sure that our family does this before our meals together. Step 4, chew slowly and actually taste your food. I know, wild, right? Most women are just eating so fast that they're inhaling their food through in between meetings. They are thinking about their to-do list or whatever else is on their mind while they're eating. And so they're not eating mindfully. Presence helps your body produce the enzymes it needs to digest and absorb nutrients. And depending on what we're eating, we need different enzymes. If you're actually not tasting your food, your body doesn't know what enzymes to prepare. So the 5th step is, as you're eating, notice how your body responds. Without judgment, without saying, oh no, I'm feeling gassy again, or oh, my body is just not cooperating. Don't label your foods as good or bad, or that you should be eating this or you shouldn't be eating that. When you start listening instead of controlling what you're eating, you rebuild trust with your body, and your body will always give you signs as to what it likes and what it doesn't like. It likes feeling safe. If you're enjoying your food, that's going to feel better on your body. That trust and enjoyment allow your body to finally let go of inflammation. And if something doesn't feel good, you can always pause and stop eating it. We have been conditioned to eat everything on your plate and not to waste. But the thing is, if what we're eating is not being absorbed by our body, why would we force our body to eat something it doesn't like, right? So this is why often strict diets don't work, because, people who are on these diets don't enjoy their meals. They're just eating it because they think they have to. So you're forcing your body to do something it doesn't like, and that doesn't feel good. When you start listening to your body, your digestive system will thank you because you are actually listening and responding to its signals. But when you eat absent-mindedly, following rules and external cues, your body doesn't feel heard. Remember, your body's always communicating what it likes and what it doesn't. I'm going to share with you just general recommendations. They're not strict rules or protocols. It's a general guide, right? It's not black or white. I'm going to make recommendations of what I recommend as being good for you and what not as good, right? So instead of saying good or bad. I think in general, foods that everyone should avoid because they increase stress and inflammation are refined seed oils like corn oil, soybean oil, or canola oil. These generally cause a lot of inflammation in our body. They're highly processed, and especially when your nervous system is already in a state of stress, this will amplify that. Takeout foods or frozen foods do have a lot of these seed oils and preservatives like refined salts and sugar. Those do overload your detox pathways and keep inflammation quietly simmering. Sugary drinks, even the healthy ones, have a lot of liquid sugar, and that spikes blood sugar levels very fast, and that increases inflammatory stress on the body. Okay, you might not like me for saying this, but I'm going to do my job and say it anyway. I don't recommend having more than 1 coffee a day. Women tend to be more cortisol sensitive than men, and excess caffeine keeps the nervous system in fight or flight. I know it's also a trend right now to do intermittent fasting, but too much fasting, especially OMAD, for many women, long fasting signals danger, not healing. And for many women, long fasting signals that you're about to enter famine, if not already. So it doesn't allow your body to heal because it's in a state of stress. Okay, so what to actually eat? Eat slowly, gratefully, mindfully in a safe environment, as I shared earlier, because when you do that, you are going to be able to get away with eating some of the bad foods mentioned earlier. It is so important to eat foods you genuinely enjoy because, again, enjoyment signals safety. So what I recommend is that you build your meals with balance in mind. So on your plate, aim for a third protein and a third starchy vegetables like root vegetables, carrots, sweet potatoes, etc., to stabilize blood sugar and energy. So generally for women, whatever your goal weight is, if let's say it's 150 pounds, ideally you'd want to aim for eating about 150 grams of protein a day. Now this can be very hard for some women. So this is why having a vegan diet can be very challenging to get your protein in. So whatever it takes, but that's generally what's recommended so that we have more muscle mass instead of building fat. When we eat too much refined sugars and foods that are generally toxic in our body, we also create fat stores to hold some of these toxins, because you might see that you don't eat that much, but you gain weight. And yes, that's because of stress, but it can also be because of the toxins that your body is exposed to on a regular basis. Now, you do want to eat a variety of colorful and nutrient-dense foods. So diversity provides the micronutrients your immune and nervous systems need to regulate. So if all you ate was kale salad and chicken breast, you're going to miss out on a whole host of minerals and nutrients that our bodies need to function very well. I recommend that you eat with the seasonal foods naturally align with what your body needs and at different times of your cycle. So if we treat our cycle as having 4 seasons of the year, so winter is our menstrual part of our cycle. This is a great time for warm cooked foods like soups and stews that support digestion and conserve energy. Our follicular phase is like late spring and summer, which are ideal for lighter meals like fresh salads, seafood, and barbecued foods when digestion is stronger. And fall would be our luteal phase. This is a time for grounding, warming foods. Think roasted vegetables, squash, root vegetables, and heartier meals that help your body transition and prepare for rest. This is not a time to fast because we are about to prepare for our menses. So this is when we want to avoid fasting. So this is just a general guide for you to eat with the rhythms of your body instead of going against it and just following a random diet that's mostly prescribed for men, because men's bodies are very different from ours, and most research studies are based on men's health and men's bodies. So this is why it's important to listen to our body, listen to our own rhythms, and go from there. So the bottom line is this: healing isn't about restriction. It's about eating in a way that makes your body feel safe, nourished, and heard. It's not about perfection. It's about safety. I hope you see by now that it's not about being rigid. It's about being flexible. This is why I call this my guideline. It's not a protocol. Generally, anytime I say the word protocol or restriction, people get stressed, right? This is why I avoid it completely when I work with my clients. I give them very personalized nutrition plans based on their likes, based on what works well for them, based on where they live, based on their DNA, right? This is why fad diet or one-size-fits-all diets do not work. So I hope this has been helpful. Understand that you won't do this perfectly, and that's okay. That's not the point. Some days you might eat standing up and rushed. Some days you'll scarf down your meals. Some days you'll forget to breathe before you eat. That doesn't mean you failed. It just means you're learning something new. And healing isn't a straight line to perfection. So every time you pause, breathe, or choose presence over panic, especially while eating your meals, you're teaching your nervous system a new pattern. You can just eat your next meal as a reset. Your body is not fighting you. She's just been protecting you. And when she finally feels safe, everything changes. I promise. Inflammation will drop, energy will return, and your pain go away. Not because you found another fix or the perfect diet, but because you found the missing piece. You will be the one who's doing the healing. You are the one who's going to learn how to provide safety to your nervous system. And here's the truth: after 20 years as a physical therapist, you can spend another year trying different diets, or you can finally address why your body doesn't feel safe enough to heal. Now, I've worked with hundreds of women with autoimmune conditions, and I know for a fact that the ones who break free are the ones who stop fighting their bodies and start listening to themselves. And to help you do that, I created a free inflammation indicator test. It helps you identify the real roots of inflammation in your body. It takes less than 5 minutes, plus you'll get a personalized game plan based on your results, so you finally understand what's been keeping you stuck. The link is in the description below, and please leave a comment if this has resonated at all. Let me know, what diets have you tried? What worked or hasn't? I read and respond to every single comment. So until the next video, if you want more free content like this, please make sure to subscribe, like, and share. I do share holistic mind, body, and soul tools for autoimmune healing every week.